Hello and welcome back everybody, Danny here for another sim racing video, and today's video is going to be about 5 things that I hate about Assetto Corsa. Now before I get into these 5 things, I want to preface this video by saying I do not hate Assetto Corsa in general. In fact, it is the exact opposite. It is one of my favorites. It's my go-to racing simulator. However, just like any sim, whether it be a flight sim, a racing sim, whatever it is, there are going to be things that you do not like about it, and in this case, Assetto Corsa definitely has some things that I think need to be looked into by the developers and need to be fixed at some point in time, either with an update to this game or hopefully if there is an Assetto Corsa 2, they will have resolved these issues by then. But without further ado, we're going to get right into the 5 things that I hate about Assetto Corsa. Number 1, the lack of rolling starts built into the game. This is a racing simulator. If you know anything about racing motorsports in general, the majority of racing does not start from a standing start. Most motorsports start from a rolling start. There are various variations of rolling starts, but the majority of the time, racing starts from a rolling start. This is something that should be built into the game. Every other sim has it. I do not understand. It can't be that difficult to implement, so I just don't understand why they don't have it. But that is number 1, the lack of rolling starts built into the game. Number 2, how annoying it is to save online server race replays. Now this can be done, but it is painstaking to get it done the correct way, and most of the time you end up not having what you want anyways. It's not built into the system to save a replay after an online server because the online servers are revolving. They basically roll right into each other. Practice, qualifying, race. Practice, qualifying, race. And because the sessions never technically end, there's no option for you to click that button to save the online race. This is a big deal. This is a really big deal. Now, you can set up Assetto Corsa in the menu systems by making it automatically save replays, but you have to get the settings perfectly correct. The length of time you want it to save the replay for, where you want it to save the replay, and then when it's all said and done, you have to go search for it in the actual data files of the game, not even inside the game. You have to go outside of the game into the Windows game files, find the save, rename it. It's a whole annoying process that should not be the case. So that is something that I really hate about Assetto Corsa. It needs to be implemented and easily done where you can just save a race replay after an online race. Number 3, the lack of standard game content. And what I mean by that is cars and tracks. Now, because Assetto Corsa is a moddable game, you can download as many mods as you want and you can fill the game up to your heart's content. However, the problem that I have is the lack of standard game content. The cars are very minimal. A lot of them come from the same brand, so you have multiple cars from the same brand and it's not spread out enough. The tracks are the same way. There's not very many base content tracks, and the way they add in extra track count is by doing multiple layouts of the same track. I can't stand that. That is something that I really do not like. As long as this game has been out of a beta and an actual game you can purchase, and now it's on consoles and all that stuff, there should be more base content available in the game. The other issue that I would like to mention while I'm talking about that is similar is the fact that there needs to be a bigger variety of a particular type of car for each setting. Like, the only thing that Assetto Corsa has going for it is the GT3 cars. There's plenty of GT3 cars, but if you go into any other category, F1 for example, classic F1, any other type of variety type of car, there's not enough of them to fill a grid, if you know what I'm saying. So that's number 3. It's just the lack of standard game content. Yes, you can mod the hell out of Assetto Corsa, but I believe there should be, at this point in time, in 2017, more standard content that comes out of the box in the game. Number 4, online races and servers in general. This is probably the worst thing that Assetto Corsa has going for it by far, is finding an online race through the standard menu system that Assetto Corsa has available to you. You almost always will find a crash fest. You might as well be playing Forza Motorsports or something like that, because there's no rating system built into the servers. So any and anyone, everyone can just hop into any race, and typically you're going to have a bunch of crashing and bashing and people that do not give a shit about the race. That's a problem. Now, you can join leagues and you can use SRS, Sim Racing System, which is great. But I feel like there should be something built into Assetto Corsa's base content that makes it better for online racing. You should not have to go to outside third-party sources to make online racing fun. So as far as I'm concerned, Assetto Corsa is a hot lapper or an AI racer, and the AI is not that good, so that kind of counts that out, to be honest with you. So I just really wish that they would fix that. So I hate the online races and servers. They need to fix that. And number 5, the lack of real weather and night racing. It's 2017. Pretty much every other sim has this available. It doesn't have to be perfect, and it doesn't have to be the best, but it needs to be there in some shape or form. You have to have night racing. Motorsports takes place at night all the time. You need to have it available, and you need to have weather. People race in the rain. It happens, and the standard cloud textures that they have available in the base game is nice because you can make it look overcast or look sunny or very cloudy, whatever you want to do. That's nice and all, but there's nothing touching the ground. The track conditions are not changing based on the precipitation and things like that. That's something that should be built into a simulation in 2017. I mean, that's all I got to say about it. It should be there, as well as night racing. So I wanted to end this here, but I want to say, remember, I do not hate Assetto Corsa. As a matter of fact, I think it's one of the best options we have available, and it does have a lot of really good stuff going for it. But come on, guys, it's 2017, Kunos. You have to fix this stuff. Your game has been out long enough now where you've had plenty of time to make changes to this stuff, add things in, take things out. What are you doing? Maybe stop worrying about consoles so much, guys, and start worrying about the PC version and get these things touched up on. But if they don't do it in Assetto Corsa, there's been nothing that I have heard about in Assetto Corsa 2. I'm sure it will come eventually. So if they don't resolve these issues in Assetto Corsa 1, then hopefully they'll get them resolved in Assetto Corsa 2, because it's past due time. So if you guys enjoyed this video, or if you agree with me, click that like button. Remember to subscribe for more sim racing videos, flight sim videos, and other things as well here on the channel. As always, thank you so much for watching, guys, and I will see you in the next video.